Hello, everyone. Hello, $1 million babes. I am live today and we're talking about my 7-figure secrets. And sorry, I feel like I have something in my throat. So before we even get started, yes, I'm still in my daughter's room. You're going to hear a lot of noise because the contractors are actually now putting down the flooring. So please excuse the noise, but I don't let anything stop me. So as long as you guys can hear me, we're here. It was really loud yesterday, and so I didn't go live yesterday. But today, I think it's manageable. We're talking about my 7-figure secrets as a spiritual entrepreneur. And I think there's information here that may help people no matter where you are in your journey. So this is going to help you streamline your business better. It's going to help you call in more wealth. It's definitely going to help you take scale from 6 figures a year to 6-figure months, because 6-figure months are the new 6-figure years. Like, that's what I believe. So that's what we're here for. Welcome in, everyone. Hello. Yay. Okay. So secret number one is everything works. Every business strategy works as long as you're aligned with it. There's so much debate. This reminds me of the whole nutritional debate back in the day when I was into nutrition, curing my autoimmune stuff. People used to fight over vegan, no, keto, no, da-da-da-da. It all works as long as you're aligned with it. So all of the business strategy, like you have to do webinars, you have to do sales calls, you have to have a 7-figure looking website. All of those things will work for the people that are aligned with them. I don't do any of those things. I don't have a 7-figure website. I never, ever do sales calls. Oh my God, could you imagine having to get on a call and convince someone? I can't even imagine that. I definitely don't do webinars. I just do this because this feels good to me. This to me feels like I'm hopping on and FaceTiming with my best friend. How I FaceTime with my friends is how I talk to you guys. So would this strategy work for everyone? No, because if you believe that you have to do a webinar and then a sales call and then call them back and then Facebook message them and then they get to buy from you sometimes, that's what you're going to create. So secret number one is it all works. It really does all work. If you show up and do something, it will work as long as you're really aligned with it. What do I mean aligned with it? As long as you don't have duplicity in you. Like if you haven't done your money inner work and you believe money is hard, how can your business be easy? It can't be easy because you believe money is hard. So how can your business be easy when you're supposed to be earning money from your business? It will not be, right? If you believe rich people are bad and having money is bad, and then you start a spiritual business, how is that supposed to work? That's a charity. That's not a business. It's a nonprofit, right? So there can't be any duplicity in you. What you believe is what you should be thinking. It should be what you're speaking. It should be what you're doing. So when your thoughts, actions, beliefs, vibration, feelings, everything aligns, meaning there's no duplicity, there's no anti-beliefs, then it all gets to work. So that is right off the bat, secret number one. Hello, everyone. Thank you. Lovely having you guys here. So if someone wants to write that in the chat for everyone, because there's definitely going to be people showing up later saying, what was secret number one? Secret number one, it all works. It all works. Don't do the stuff that makes you want to kill yourself, though. Don't do the stuff that you dread. Sales calls, that's not my jam. Long, boring webinars, nope. I have had coaches that I've worked with that said you have to do that or you're not going to make any money. And my response was, but I'm already making lots of money. I hired you to align and go to the next level, not to go back and assume the belief that I can't earn any money doing it my way. Of course, I can earn money in whatever way I want to earn money because I believe money gets to come to me. I believe that money and I are one. Wealth and I are one. Like money says affirmations about me. You guys have heard me say this, right? So that's done. Like that's settled. It's not in question whether I'm going to have money or not. That's done. It's written in stone or whatever you want to say. It's written in the cosmos. So since that's settled, what do I do then? What's the best expression of the divinity that I have been assigned? What's the best expression of that? Secret number one, it all works if you're aligned. When you say, I hate doing this, but I have to do this because this is the way money is going to come to me, you're not aligned with that. So of course it's not going to work. You're going to be miserable. And when we're miserable doing something, we quit, right? That's why most diets don't work, because we are trying to do it in a way that doesn't align with us. It doesn't feel good. So we can't do it longer than a week, because like that's our threshold of how much we can torture ourselves before our inner being really steps in and says, wake up, this is not working. Stop, quit it. So if you want to go for the long haul, meaning you want to earn the money and have it be consistent and keep the money and be in sacred service with the thing that you have been assigned, like your soul is singing to do that thing, then you must be aligned with what you're doing. That's why over the years, you guys know I've had many, many different business courses. And the one that I've been running continuously now for a couple of years, CEO Boss Queen, which by the way, cart opens today. There's a pre-launch special, $1,000 off that ends in a few hours. If you go to the sales page, which I put in the description box, it's got a timer on it. So when that timer ends, the price goes $1,000 up to the regular price, and cart closes on Monday. So if you're aligned, you're ready to decide, you're being rewarded for having clarity and like jumping. Okay, so it's linked below. So in that program, I ditched the strategy. We talk a little bit of a strategy. If people ask me questions, you'll hear me saying that. But the number one strategy you need to have is your alignment, your spiritual strategy. Not should I hang upside down and, sing this song and do a webinar. That may work if that's, making your heart sing. Of course it's going to work. So the thing that you enjoy doing the most, the thing that you can't help but do, the thing that you want to shout out of rooftops will always work. Those things will always work because you're always aligned to them. You love that thing. Secret number 2. Ready? Know yourself, and know yourself really, really well, which kind of vibes with secret number 1, because you need to know what you're aligned to, but know yourself. So let me give you an example from my personal life. This business is not my first business. It's my third business. And the first 2 businesses that I had in my 20s, they were successful, but they were really like, it was an uphill kind of thing. I was a single mom. I didn't know a lot of the spiritual stuff. I knew some of it, but I wasn't here, right? So what I learned from that whole experience was, if I have to make money, if I'm like making money for survival, then I get stressed out. I don't do well. I'm not aligned with desperation. Like, God did not make me to align with desperation. God did not make me aligned with poverty consciousness, basically. That is just not who I am. So I made business a lot harder than it needed to me. And yes, it did make me money. It definitely did. I was in my 20s there were some months I was making like $50K in my real estate business. But there was always this like, having a lot of money and then spending it, and having a lot of money and then giving it away. And then there was just this like roller coaster, right? I had to create that because I had beliefs that were counter to wealth and ease and flow and what I get to have. So when I decided to get remarried, I knew that I needed a provider for many reasons. One, I knew that I was meant to have a lot of money, and that if I married someone again that didn't, then I would be a target once again. I talk about that stuff on my other channel. You guys know that. So my story about that is on my other channel. But knowing myself also meant that I needed to marry someone that had integrity, that was going to be a provider, so I wouldn't have to worry about the basic stuff. I wouldn't have to worry about the bills, like the mortgage or the car payment or random survival stuff like food, right? And from that springboard of not having to worry about the basic level stuff, knowing myself, that's just me. I know some people, like my mom was the kind of person that when she was like really strapped for money, that's when she did her best. Like she had to almost go broke every time to be able to make money because those were her beliefs. I'm not like that. I need to know that the basic expenses are covered. And when they were, and my husband provided for 9 years as a sole breadwinner while I was doing my healing work and my autoimmune work and all that stuff, when I started, because I knew I didn't have to earn money, because I knew I wasn't desperate for money, because I knew that I just did it because of the joy of my heart, I just wanted to talk to my girlfriends, and here I was. The money flowed in like you won't believe. The first year that I launched my business, we made multiple six figures. I think it was like, I have to go back and check my records, but it was like $250,000 just that first year. And just went up and up and up. I make that in a month now. So it comes from the belief that the money is done. Like there's no question in my mind that the money will come. And because I believe that the money will always come, what I do is really just a reflection of, ooh, what would be fun to do? Instead of, oh, I heard such and such a thing makes money, so let me like be miserable but make money doing that thing. That's just not how we roll. And I believe that's not how most women roll. Like we just can't do it. That we're magic. We're divine, right? We don't really work well for long periods of time in hustle mode because we just don't have that level of testosterone in our bodies. It's just a scientific fact. I can hustle for a little bit, which I did in my 20s when I was a single mom, but I ended up getting an autoimmune disease as a reflection of that, and adrenal fatigue, because I was running on testosterone that I didn't have, burning myself out. So align with the thing that you love to do. There's plenty of entrepreneurs that I work with, my clients and students, that when they come to me, they're doing things that is making them money in their business, but they're miserable doing it. And so we work through their beliefs of what in you says that you must be miserable and then you get to have money. So my business course and my money course, we do a lot of that inner work of like what in you is creating this chaos, and then I get to have money. So let me see what you guys are saying. Secret number 2. I love you, Tiff. Thank you for doing it this way. Secret number 2, know yourself and know yourself really well. And keep updating it too. So throughout my journey, there have been things that I've been doing, and then I woke up one day and I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore. Like that doesn't align with me anymore. Done. Sentence, like gone. That thing is gone. I'm not gonna sit there and psychoanalyze. Well, but everyone says that da 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 da. I don't give a f about what everyone says. What everyone is doing to lose weight, earn money in their relationship has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. Because I've already decided that I get to have love and abundance and money and joy and health. Like that part is decided. So because I already get to have those things, my journey is just about what's the like non-resistant, best, funnest, happiest, bestest way to do it. I feel that I keep changing daily how to not get overwhelmed with myself. Turn it into overflow. Turn overwhelm into overflow. I get to create from overflow. I get to create from overjoy. Overwhelm is a decision that your nervous system and your subconscious has made at some point. It's a container issue, basically. So expand that container to be able to hold that and then some so that it's flowing through. I know that overwhelm is a decision because I spent, oh my goodness, how long did I spend in overwhelm? Basically, my entire childhood, all of my 20s, overwhelmed. I used to have panic attacks. You guys know my story from my other channel. The minute that I decided that that was no longer me and that I was not going to be overwhelmed anymore, everything shifted, because then I would notice the overwhelm coming on and I would say, nope, not today, babe. We're not doing that today. And then the next time, see, nope, today it gets to be easy and fun. We're not going there. And through new habits and new embodiments and new processes and new pattern interrupts on a day-to-day basis, moment-to-moment decisions, I was able to shift that. I only live in overflow now. I refuse to be overwhelmed. Just found a huge block to wealth within myself. My entire family hates rich people. There it is. That's duplicity. You cannot be rich while you hate rich people. That's duplicity in your cellular DNA, right? It just doesn't work that way. I love all people. All people. I don't even know how to run hate through my body now. There is no one on this planet that I hate. Not my ex-husband, not the men that molested me in my childhood, not even the men that raped me. I do not hate anyone. All human beings get to do the flavor that they're here to do, and I get to be rich and happy. Because I don't have to go and fix my duplicity with all these random people. Everyone gets to be on their own spiritual assignment, and I freaking get to be rich and happy and successful and famous and skinny and live in a beautiful house and have amazing full body orgasms and everything else. Because I don't have any duplicity. So that's the inner work. That's the inner work. That's the decision that you get to make. Fear of family rejection stops me. You're going to have to get over that. I had to go through all of that, and I did it, and I became the one example for everyone else to be able to do it. The people that were first like, what the F is she doing? Then started doing what I was doing in whatever capacity that they could. So I get to be the Oprah of my family. I get to be the first one to go. Mina, just got the $1 Million Babe course, feeling so excited. Yay, Julia, I'm so excited for you. By the way, ladies, so the $1 Million Babe course is also on sale. So I had to post this on my other channel because I realized that this is a new channel and they didn't give me the community tab yet. Does anyone know? Do I have to like earn that or what? So I reached 1,000 subscribers yesterday on this new channel, I think in like 24 hours. And I wanted to celebrate with you guys. So I ran a flash sale on the $1 Million Babe course. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to post it. And then I came on and I'm like, oh, I can't post it on the new channel. So I posted it on the old channel. That's going to expire soon. So if you guys want to grab that, that is also linked in the description box. Inner work is life-changing. It's the only work you will have to do. So you guys saw secret number 1. Someone had posted it. Secret number 2. Secret number 3. My secret to 7-figure, multiple 6-figure months is don't worry about the how. Do the thing that is on your heart today and do it first. Pay yourself first. This is a big wealth thing, by the way. You guys have heard probably Dave Ramsey, all these people talking about paying yourself first. Well, I took that concept and I applied it to every area of my life. Parenting, relationship, everything. I am a human incarnation of the divine feminine, which means that I give from overflow. Which means that when I take in and fill up, that is my giving. Which means that I should not give in a way that makes me feel depleted. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Couldn't be more true than for the divine feminine. My mother poured her entire life from an empty cup and then died of cancer. Last couple of years of her life were brutal because she was pouring from an empty cup. There is no such thing as an empty cup. It's being taken from somewhere. It's being taken from the depths of your soul. It's where it's coming from. You are always in the negative, in the minus. So the only way that I give is from overflow. Meaning whatever I'm embodied, you're welcome. You're already receiving it. I don't have to lay down in front of you as a doormat. I don't have to take from my family and give to you. I don't have to lose sleep and give to you. I don't have to do any of that because me filling up is my giving. You're welcome, planet. You're welcome, humanity. You're welcome, collective consciousness. That's the aura. That's the belief that I want you to embody because every single woman needs to embody this. Women need wealth. It's high time. We've suffered long enough. You need to stop complaining and looking and worrying about the how and change the collective. We all have to change it. To me, every single woman is my mother. Every single woman is my sister. Every single woman is me. And every single woman is my daughter. So I give you the advice that I would give my mother, my sister, my best friend, myself, and my daughter. You are wasting precious life force energy Worried about the how, it's none of your business. It's going to come to you anyways. It's guaranteed. Do the thing that you must do that has been assigned to your soul. How do you know what that thing is? It feels so good doing it. It feels amazing doing it. It feels good. It feels aligned. Do that thing. Repeat and rinse and repeat and rinse. Yes. Mina, how do we know that we are in overflow? You don't feel depleted. You show up and people will thank you. I know I'm in overflow because I wake up to hundreds of messages on my other channel, on this channel now, an email saying, you've changed my life. I was sleeping. Or watching a movie with my kids, or cuddling with my husband. How did I get those messages? I wasn't doing anything. I was living my best life, but my existence, my presence in living my best life gives other people examples and permission and role model to do the same. That's the divine feminine overflow. Have you ever gone to a grocery store or a party or anywhere where there was a woman so in her joy and bliss that just looking at her made you smile? Likely it was a little girl because she hasn't been deconditioned from her divinity yet. We know those women. Their sheer presence is like activating something. We all know those women. Be that woman. You've got it in you too. You're welcome. I love it. I can see how people come to me for energy and uplifting when they're not at their best because you have it. It's in you. That's giving from overflow. That's giving from overflow. Actually, I'm dripping water all over my daughter's chair. Let me give you an actual example. When people think of overflow, they think I have $100 and I'll give you 50, right? That's not overflow. It may be for you, maybe one way, but there's more to that. When the masculine gives, if it had 10, it gave, and now it has 8. And it might go and get more, right? When the feminine gives, she had 10 and she gave and she still has 10. There's a difference between the divine feminine and divine masculine. So if I have $5 million in my net worth and I don't give any of it, but people that see me having $5 million as my net worth, that saw me do it, they got something from that. Permission, examples, a role model. I gave them something without depleting anything. Can you see that? That's overflow. So if I lose weight after having 3 kids and have my dream body, you're welcome, because the woman sitting there saying, I have 2 kids, I can't lose weight, will look at me and say, well, she did it. Could I? I just gave her something, but I didn't gain weight suddenly, right? It didn't take anything away from me. That's the divine feminine overflow. That's it. That's divine feminine overflow. You do not have to open your purse and hand someone anything. Okay, so that's it. Yes, the thought of not worrying about the how makes me feel so good. It does. It takes up so much life force energy to have to figure out the nuts. And do you have to wake up every morning and worry about how the earth will stay in rotation? Like, could you imagine? Like, I get headaches if I had to think about that. Like, could you imagine if I wasted my time every day worrying, will the sun still be in rotation when I wake up tomorrow? Should I even close my eyes? Because, like, what if I sleep and, like, the earth falls away? No, we don't have to worry about that stuff. It's covered, right? Same thing as if I had to every few seconds kind of check in and make sure that the blood was pumping through my body. Is my heart still breathing? You still good over there? All the liver, you still doing your job? You guys, are we good here? Imagine how exhausting that would be. But most people spend in their entire life in that mode. How is this going to happen? How is that? Let me tell you, I used to do this too. Why do you think I know this intimately, by the way? Because that was me. The things that I used to worry about, how am I going to pay for my son's college? How is this going to happen? Like, none of those problems actually exist because I was going to turn into a whole different person and have more love, money, life force than I could have even imagined. So none of that mattered. Like, I wasted precious life force energy doing that when I could have just let go and been in this flow then, right? So most of the things we worry about takes up our life force energy, which we're supposed to be using and gaining information from the field and creating what we have been assigned. I'm loving this. This definition of overflow resonates with me. Thank you, Mina. You're welcome, Snap. I think we've gotten so confused because the feminine has messed up and have been living in the divine masculine, the wounded divine masculine at that. And we've lost touch with that part of us. What to do if spending money on yourself creates overwhelm? I don't make much, so I spend. That's a story, so I'm not even going to read that. Okay, so the belief, what's the belief behind the overwhelm? Use the 6-step process that I've shared with you guys in the Self-Aware Barbie Basic Babe program, I'm sorry. And what's the belief? Write down those beliefs and rewire them. If you try to run away from it, that belief is still there. So the only way to really do this correctly is to rewire it once and for all. Why not just look at it for 5 minutes, rewire it, and then say it repeatedly, do it repeatedly until it's the new way you function. I like how you say you were sleeping when you changed my life. That's the divine feminine. That's it. When we were little, why did we want to run to our moms when we had a boo-boo? So let me give you an example of this. Like when my kids were little, I mean, they're still, some of them are, Armand's 16 and a half, 11 and 7. So they're still little. But when they get a boo-boo, they know that Irfan's the one, my husband's the one that's going to put the Neurosporin and patch it up. But they come to me first, even though they know that eventually he's the one. They don't go to him right away. Because what they need first is oh, my baby, right? They need the divine feminine mother energy first before they get all patched up. So that's the nourishing power of your mom. When you were little, even if your mom was sleeping, you'd cuddle up next to her. She was sleeping, but you were getting something from her presence. That's the divine feminine. So stop trying to deplete yourself or go broke or work hard to give anyone anything. Show up living your best life in that moment, whatever it is. My best life at different stages looked differently, but it's all valid because it was my best of the moment. It's awesome what you're saying, Mina. I'm so glad it's resonating. Mina, I need some tough love here. I took a course of yours and not doing it and thinking about it every day, stuck and not moving forward. Decide and do it, girl. Do it. Just sit down and do it. What will it take for this to be fun while I'm doing it? What will it take? What will it take? Oh, Javeria, to answer your question, I just opened up the Money Vibe channel, the Raise Your Money Mojo challenge, which I had a couple of years ago. You guys were asking about it so much. So it's in the Millionaires sales page. If you click free preview, you can access it there. What you're asking, I actually tell you in there. It's free. It's a 3-day challenge, but I've opened it up for you guys. So secret number 4, I think we've done 3. Currently about to shift the way I manifest from believing I have to be at rock bottom in order to manifest. Oh my God, yes, Tyra, that was one that I had too. A lot of women have this. A lot of women have this. Yeah. I remember that time where I decided that moving forward, I wouldn't have to hit rock bottom to have the thing. That's a big one. Okay, secret number 4. Don't decide that the money gets to come and then go and do the thing that's on your heart. Say the thing, but show up fully. Don't half-ass it. I see people doing this. They're coming and they're doing content that they think will make them money or they think that people want to hear. And I'm watching going, where's your heart? Where's your soul? Like, I can't feel you. I hear your information and it's good information, but where are you? I want to feel your heart. What makes you passionate about this thing that you're talking about? Let me feel you. The whole thing. Like, I want to be able to watch your content or read your posts and feel your heart beating. Where is that? That's the divine feminine. Where is that? Don't just spin your wheels. Don't just throw spaghetti on the wall. Like, show up as you. When you show up in that sort of your power, what's coming out of your mouth is irrelevant. People are not even coming to hear that part. They're just activated from your energy, from your being, from your heart beating, from you showing up, from your presence, from the opportunity to see you. To see you. That is the divine feminine. Where is that? I don't want to hear the next best thing. I want to feel you. Where are you in that thing? Is that landing? Because the information, we've got information galore in the age of information. Duh, over information. Lots of information, not very much embodiment. The next level leaders will not be the smartest intellectually. They will be the most embodied. Though that's next level. That's it. Oh, did we skip 3? Decide that the money gets to come and then do your thing. I feel like I said it. I should have written this down. Oh, well, this is how we roll. We'll just keep talking, and there's going to be something here for everyone anyways. The reason I show up, and so many of you guys write comments saying, oh my God, are you reading my mind? That was exactly what I needed to hear. Or I prayed about this and then you showed up. Here's the secret for that. Let's make this secret number 3 then, if we skip that one. Whatever is on your heart that you must say, it's the thing that you're like, ooh, I have to say this. Like, you'd call your best friend and your mother and your man and tell them. That thing is exactly what your audience needs. It's in the collective, and that's why it's on your heart. Because you have been chosen, divinely so, to come and share that thing. But what we do instead, I see some people doing this, is like, no, that's going to ruffle too many feathers. Let me just say this thing. Maybe that'll make me more money, get more likes. That's not the thing that people needed. The thing that they needed was the truth of your heart. That's why I just do whatever the hell I want. So even if I'm going to have a CEO Boss Queen launch, which I'm having now, by the way, the cart is open for those of you guys that just came in. There's a bonus for the next 24 hours. Bonus price, $1,000 off. It's linked below. Even if I'm doing that launch and I want to do a relationship video, I'll do the relationship video because that's on my heart. Or I'll do an evolution video, whatever video. And then I'll say, by the way, the cart is open and people will sign up. But I'm telling you, most entrepreneurs would say, well, I'm having this launch. Yes, I want to talk about this, but no, we can't talk about this right now. And then they'll come and try to force themselves to say something else. And we can't feel your heart because that's not what you wanted to say. You used your brain, and that's not what I want to feel. I want to feel your heart. I want to feel your soul. I want you to be excited about the thing that you're talking about. Not the thing you think I need to hear, but the thing that was placed in your heart by the divine, because that was the thing I needed to hear. Yes, secret number 3 was don't worry about the heart. Don't worry about the how. Worry about the heart. Don't worry about the how. Thank you, Oni. Yes, we did 3. Okay, so that was 4. Can someone write all of them? You guys. I can't do it now because when I try to link anything, Kenya, we lose voice. Here's my suggestion. If you go in the description box right now and see where it says Millionaire's Play Shop, scroll down in the description box, click on it. It says free preview. That's the $1 Million Mojo Challenge. The 3-day million, whatever challenge. Yes, it's free and you can access it there. How did you shift from believing you had to be at rock bottom? that I basically, this is how I did it. I did it with my son, with my oldest son, actually, because he was kind of in that consciousness too, that we have to learn our lessons the hard way. We would hold hands and recite together that we decide to learn our lessons the easy way, to learn our lessons from the wisdom of the divine versus the rock bottom of the humanity, of the ego. That's what we did. That was enough. And so when anytime we would notice anything going like that, I would like where I'm like, nope, I've already decided that I get to learn from divine wisdom, that I do not have to go down to go back up. That's very much in the collective consciousness. That's why we do it. Mina, how do you measure your success and growth regardless of declining numbers? I don't have declining numbers. I believe all the numbers are always just going up. So the number one number that I focus on is my vibration. Is my vibration a 10 today? If it's not, what do I need to do to get it to a 10? When my vibration is high, when I'm aligned, money must come through. It's law. The romance must come through. It's law. Good experiences must come through. It's law. So the only number you should focus on is if your vibration is at a 10. And actually in the money challenge, I teach you guys how to do that. It's free. I've been emailing my list from my heart, but people keep unsubscribing and it makes me feel demoralized. I hate email lists. This is probably a sign that you need to screw the email. I don't have an email list. I was told by some coaches that I needed one, so I had created one. I hated it. I have no email list. I have no Facebook groups. I have no Instagram. I only have YouTube. Why? I love YouTube. I love it. You can't keep me away from YouTube if you tried. If you got rid of my home internet, I'd probably siphon it from my neighbor and come on. I'd figure it out. I don't know. I would send Morse code to the angels and say, put this on the internet. Do that thing. Email list is not your jam. The faster you can learn it, the faster you can let it go. So try things. And then if it doesn't work for you, meaning it doesn't feel good to you, it's not for you. You can never make sales for something that you don't enjoy. You can't, because you're not giving from your heart there. It feels icky. That's our soul going, this isn't it. Secret number 1, it all works. Secret number 2, know yourself and know yourself really well. Secret number 3, give up the how. Secret number 4, decide that money gets to come and do the thing. Yes. Do the thing that's on your heart. Morse code to the angels. Yes. You know, I do it. So I had an email list and I didn't enjoy it. So it's gone. Like I deleted it with thousands of people on there. Like I literally deleted it. That's faith. Because it wasn't for me. I enjoy writing blogs and sending out newsletters, but the response from others is not what I want. You don't enjoy it. Because when you enjoy it, there's no response of others. You don't enjoy it. When you enjoy something, you don't need any other response. Your joy is response enough. So there's a part of you, probably the subconscious part of you, the 95%, it doesn't enjoy it. It enjoys this better. Saying, oh, I did this, but it didn't work. I mean, that's the honest truth. That's how our subconscious works. If you enjoy something, you enjoy it. No one even has to see it. Deciding to do what works for me was such a huge revelation. And that's why, babe, that's why your YouTube channel is doing so good. Because we're coming on there just to see your energy. She just started. She's a student of the CEO Boss Queen. She just started her channel. And it's like the words that are coming out of your mouth are amazing, but just your energy and your presence is saying it all to me. You could be talking a different language that I don't understand, and I'd come watch your energy. If you enjoy it, you will do it no matter the outcome. Exactly. I didn't make a penny from my YouTube channel for the first few years. And then the following few years after that, I made $50 a month. That wasn't the point I was doing it. Why was I doing it? Because I freaking loved it. Doesn't matter if anyone's watching. I loved doing it. Didn't matter if it didn't produce any money. I loved doing it. That's the point of just coming on the camera and putting the video out there. Was the response enough? Because it was joy. So ask yourself, do I really enjoy doing this? Because then that's enough. And that's what brings out the people too, because they're like, ooh, a woman having fun. Let's see what else she's got. Because we're desperately starved for the divine feminine, to see her in action. Do that and they will come. Even men will come because everyone's starved for it. I hate how I feel when I put myself out on social media. Should I let it go? Well, before you let it go, ask what comes up. What are the core beliefs? I sense this is a hiding issue, which is a really core, deep feminine wound for us, all of us collectively. I've had to overcome this. The ability to be seen, that I get to be seen, that it's safe to be seen, that social media is safe for me to show up on, that I'm safe. So I would work through that first. Because then, even if the answer is I need to close out certain social medias like I did, I'm not everywhere. I actually don't even consider YouTube social media. It's not in the same way to me as it like Facebook is or Instagram. So I closed those. I have a couple of friends who are like, you have to be on TikTok, Mina. That's where everyone is. Great, have fun. Not for me. Here's where I am. But if I change my mind next year, I'm like, oh my God, want to be on TikTok? I'd show up. I have no rules other than, am I having fun? Am I aligned with this? That is so true. I have so much fun chatting with myself on my videos. And the person that you will become after this, you're someone that is okay with being seen in this capacity. How do you think that will manifest in the presence of the divine feminine? Or I'm sorry, in the divine masculine, when he shows up and you're like, here I am, hi. Because now you've practiced and you've become this person that's not afraid to be fully seen. He's going to be like, ooh, who's this? Thank you, Mina, for answering my questions. You're the light in my life. I love you, babe. Yes, being okay with being seen. Yes, that sounds so juicy. The feminine is the content. The masculine is the witness. So if you're afraid of being the content, now what? Now we're hiding. And I get it. This is a very deep core collective feminine wound. But we have to decide that we get to heal it. This is the safest and the richest and the most secure and the most laud up humanity has ever been for the divine feminine. Like, this is the most women have ever been safe. And I'm not saying there isn't room for improvement. Of course there is. But this is the safest we've ever been. So if not now, when? If not you, who? I don't want to leave this world to my daughter where she has to figure it out because she has no role model. No, she gets to have a role model who did it in the best capacity and the best courage that she could. I'm not perfect, but I try. And she knows that. She sees it. My boys see it every day too. They tell me all the time, I'm so proud of you. Because they see me trying, and that's enough. That's enough. Yes, be okay with being seen. You're a celebrity now. Ooh, yes. Fame. Let's talk about fame. Secret number 5. 5. Being okay with fame. What is fame? Fame is influence. It's the ability to influence people. Now, some people do this neutral, some people do this negatively, and some people do this positively. But if I am afraid of being famous, that means I'm afraid of influencing people. And I'm not afraid of influencing people because I know it's coming from the divine, that I know my heart is pure. I don't have to be perfect, but I know that I have good intentions. And awakening people and activating people, that's divine work, I believe. So, which means that I get to have money and fame and success and a juicy relationship and a hot wardrobe and nice shoes and jewelry and everything else that comes with that. Because me having those things is in divine service. You're welcome. That's what I want you to believe. Otherwise, we block things and we do things upside down and we hang ourselves up and we say we can't have this because this is not spiritual. And you get to have it all because you having it all gives other people permission. It's activating. It's activating for other people to see you doing your thing in your way. I have a friend who wants to start a YouTube channel and she was like, but babe, I'm grungy. Like, who's going to watch me? I'm like, only all the grungy people that don't watch me. That can't relate to me, right? There is an audience for every person. What if there's like 2 million grungy people waiting saying, I wish someone like me would show up? Those people would watch you, right? There is someone for everyone. For everyone. I could have sat there and said, well, I'm this and I have an accent and my hair and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? I get to show up as me, as God intended me to be, which is me. I think this Dr. Seuss's line, be the youest you. I think I heard that from Dr. Seuss when my daughter was little. Be the youest you. And the people that resonate with you, they will show up. You don't have to pretend to be anything other than that. Being okay with fame. Because fame, all it is influence, baby. So far, we're the good-hearted, good-natured, divinely aligned people like you and I, we're afraid of fame, right? Fame is unspiritual. And then we're leaving all the fame to the people that at best have neutral intentions, and at worst, not the purest. So why not you? Why not us? Cheers to that. Why not us? We get to be famous so we can have positive influence on the planet. Positive influence. Oh my goodness, yay! Happy you guys are here. You are such a positive influence on me. Oh, I love it, Rakila. And you on the people that are waiting for you to show up. And Mina, you have all the races tuning in. Yes, because your soul doesn't know your race. It doesn't care. This is soul work. It's divine. Your soul is all divine light. It's the same color. It's light. And it's here to be activated and do its thing and grow and evolve and expand. Yes, fame is reaching more people who need your help. Yes. Yes, cheers to the positive influence on the planet. Yes. Yes. We are the frequency holders. We're the people that are activating people and showing them what they're capable of. We need fame and money and love and beauty in our hands so we can be all glittery and shiny and people can show up and they can do the same. We get to do that. I think it was Marianne Williamson who said, a woman is like a candle. You light one and she lights 1,000 others with her light. And those 1,000 others, then I'm adding this, I don't think she said it that far in, but those 1,000 others, it's a compound effect. Light 1,000 more and 1,000 more. And that's the compound effect in work. That's the compounding effect. So who is praying for you to show up in your full capacity? That is the 7-figure secrets. Because there is no logical, rational reason for someone like me just showing up and speaking my heart to have and hold and make the level of money that I do. But I do, because this isn't logic, it's heart-based. I show up and I speak my truth. I share the honest experiences and the uphill battles and the wins and the losses and everything that I've had. And that's exactly what people need to hear. That's what they need to hear. I don't have to sugarcoat anything. Don't have to change anything. I don't have to pretend I'm someone that I'm not. I don't have to hide parts of myself for being too much. I just show up. And me just showing up in my fullest capacity and allowing you to witness me in this depth is the biggest secret. It's the biggest 7-figure secret. Because other than that, it doesn't make any sense. People like me who are born to immigrant families and live in inconsistency, and there's rape and childhood abuse and all this stuff, we end up like this. It doesn't make logical, rational sense, but I made it happen anyways because I decided that I get to be that person. So you have to make some decisions too, babe. You have to make some decisions. I use all of my life force currency to stay in my lane and focus on my goals. I don't worry about anything else. And staying in my lane means it feels good to me. I don't do anything because I have to do it. I don't do anything because it's the right thing to do. I don't care about the right thing that everyone else says. The right thing for me is the one that God put in my heart. That's the right thing. Even if it doesn't make any sense, even if I can't figure out how this is going to work out, that is not my job. We're talking about the same God that keeps the cosmos in motion, right? Hello? Who are we talking about here? We're not talking about a peasant. We're talking about God after all. So I don't have to worry about that stuff. Yes, showing up is the greatest gift to all of us. I can't thank you enough for not hiding. Oh, Manisha. Yee. I'm so glad you guys are here. You're showing up. And there's people that you need to show up for, whether that's your family, whether it's your friends, whether it's an entire audience that's waiting for you to show up. What do you do when your success starts to make others around you jealous or insecure? Should you just ignore it and do you? So the people that activated me the most in my life were people that triggered me the most. And because I know this, I'm okay being on the other side. You're welcome. That's my response. It's an energetic response. Trust me, I have plenty of people like that in my life. It's like crabs in the bucket, right? Because I've broken lots of generational curses for my culture, for my religion, for my family, lots of generational curses. So yes, I do have lots of those people, but my energy towards them is you're welcome. Because now they can see it for themselves. And actually, as triggered as a lot of those people are, their lives have already changed from me having changed mine. Because now they dream bigger. Oh, thank you, Tyra. It's a dress. Thank you. From White House Black Market. You guys know most of my clothes are actually from White House Black Market. I love that shop. Love that. Me too. Same thing happened to me. Yes. It's so ridiculous when you think about it on a cosmic level because there's so much well-being that goes in keeping the universe together. And we're worrying about these small things in our lives. Yes, Tiff, I know. When I woke up to that, I was just like, just first in shock with how much time I used to spend worrying. I told you guys this story many times on my other channel, but I remember when my daughter was 2, she was like 18 months to 2. She could barely talk. So I think she was like 18 months. I heard her saying to her brother, "That's okay. Mommy's just afraid of everything." Like, is that how I want my daughter to remember me? That mommy is just afraid of everything? Damn, that was a wake-up call delivered from the mouth of a babe. That was the last day that I ever worried about anything, by the way. That day I made a decision, never worried about anything after that. So they're all decisions that we make. We already have made decisions in our subconscious. It's unintentional because it's programmed there. You get to wake up and make intentional decisions now. Intentional decisions and align yourself. Align yourself with those decisions. Is it going to be easy? Well, no, because any change invokes fear. We're human beings. We're in this human body. That's just how this animal version of us is programmed. But nothing ever comes from sitting there being comfortable. So yes, it's going to be uncomfortable, but you get to do it anyways. And you get to allow it to be as easy as you can in every moment. Mina, how nice would it be to have you as a friend? Lucky all those people. Well, Rakila, I see you guys as my friends. I do. This is how I talk to my friends when I FaceTime. Of course, I let them talk too, because it's a two-way conversation. But yes. Should defining a purpose come first or deciding money comes to me come first? I don't think it matters. Do both in the same day. Go get in your journal and write it out. What are my deep life values? I get to have money is one of them. I don't think we have to overthink it. We get to do it all, and we get to do it every day. That's why I journal every day. Don't overthink it. Just do it and decide. Decide every day. I love how you are activating so many of us. Love the part how people who triggered you are also who activated you. They did, because I asked the question, how can another human being be invoking all kinds of weird energies in me? How does this random person that I'm seeing at a party have this much power over me? What's going on? What is it about them? That's what started my journey, actually. So you get to decide how it's going to be for you. Haters is even like, someone saying true, but with that level of success comes a bunch of haters. That's a belief. I used to believe this too because it's a collective, but I don't have that belief anymore. I don't believe in haters. I believe there's people that have forgotten their divinity. They'll figure it out. We all do. We always figure it out. They'll figure it out. I don't need to be running any weird energies about anyone in my body and using up precious life force energy that I could be coming here sharing with you guys, or creating wealth with, or using to work out, or using to have sex with my hubby. Like, why waste it? I'm about to rewatch the $1 Million Babes course. It was just so lovely. I'm so glad, Tyra. Yay. So ladies, 2 quick announcements too. Now I'll answer any questions. CEO Boss Queen cart opens today. July 8th is here. Cart opens today. And because I love to reward women that decide and align, for the next, I think it's less than 24 hours left now, but for the next whatever hours it says on the timer when you click, the course is $1,000 less. After that timer goes off, it's going to go up $1,000. And that is the price for until Monday when the cart closes. So I don't open enrollment for this course year round. So it opens up and then it closes. So if this is calling to you, now's the time. This is a spiritual business alignment course. Yes, it will create ripple effects in other areas of your life, like relationships. We've got students here, so they can probably attest to this, a lot of things, because it changes your neural networks, it changes your belief systems, it changes your vibrations, it changes your alignment. So yeah, it does create a ripple effect, but it doesn't matter what business you have. If you want to run it from alignment, you want to run it from your spirituality, this is the course for you. So when you sign up, there's going to be content that you can binge watch now. And every 3 days, more content will open. And then at the end of July, early August, we're going to have 3 live sessions. There are going to be 3 live group sessions that are going to be added. This version does not come with private coaching for me. I did that to make it a little bit more affordable for you guys. If you wanted to add private coaching, you can email my team at theuniverseguru@gmail.com and they'll send you the invoice to add that. So that's going on. Also, the money course is on a flash sale, like I said, for reaching 1,000 subscribers here in one day. And that ends tonight. So that is also linked below. Yes, the course definitely changes everything else in your life too. I'm so glad, Divine. Divine Riffs with Tiff. Guys, go and subscribe to her. She's one of my students. She's amazing. She's a master at her craft, and look at her energy. Just go, if you want to see High Priestess energy in action, just go, you can mute her if you want to, but just watch her energy. Like, she's amazing. She's amazing. What she's talking about is lovely too, but I honestly show up for her energy. Mina, I'm so excited about this channel. My son and I were just talking about growing our money. Yay! See, this is what I mean, what Petra is saying. Like, I had it on my heart and I did it. And because it was on my heart, it's because you guys were desiring it. Your desires realigns the cosmos. It realigns the most non-resistant sources in your field and in your world to do the thing, to bring your desires to you. This is an example of that. What are some actions I can take to stop being afraid of failing in business or making the wrong business decisions? So I don't know about actions, but how I did is that I don't believe in mistakes and I don't believe in failure. So I start anything knowing that I'm going to be rerouted like a million times, and that's okay. So I don't have any funky beliefs about, oh no, I'm going to fail. I literally can't fail if I tried. I don't even know how to fail because it's just rerouting. That's what I've taught my kids. It's changed their lives. It's just rerouting. Oh my God, speaking of kids, so we were talking about something yesterday and our mom was like, Mom, you must do a video on this. So maybe I'll talk a little bit about it now. So we were talking about this thing. Okay, so let me set it up first. So I had hired someone to do some work for me, and like a contractor, not a home contractor, but in my business. And the first time that I hired this woman, she took, I'm guesstimating, but about 6 hours to get the job done. And so I asked her how much it was going to be and I paid her. And so the next time I hired her to do the same thing, she did the work in half the time. So when I told my husband to pay the invoice, he was like, well, babe, do you want to pay her the same amount? She worked less hours today. And I said, yes, you're right. Give her $200 more than what she's asking. And he was confused. He's like, no, I said she worked less. And I said, yes, pay her more. And so my son was listening to this and he was like, what? Explain this to me. So I said, first, I want you guys to explain to me why you're not understanding this. Because in my mind, it's like she should get paid more because she did the same level of work in half the time, saving me 3 hours, right? So they were like, well, if someone works less hours, they should get paid less. And I said, what? What kind of a weird time money association is this? I'm like, if I am hiring someone and they say, I can do this job for you in 10 days, and this person says, I can solve your problem in 10 minutes, I'm going to go with the 10 minutes. And my son was like, you just blew my mind. He's like, I need to sit down. Like, that was so many ahas. And I'm like, but I'm still confused about why you would think. He's like, Mom, that's what everyone believes. I'm like, that makes no sense to me. And I gave him an example. Years ago, I had someone message me. This was like 3 or 4 years ago, and about one of my programs. And she's like, Mina, you didn't write down how many hours of content am I going to get in this program? And I said, babe, I don't know how many hours of content is in there, but I promise you it'll solve your problem. It was a relationship course. And so she was like, but I need to know how many hours. And I said, I can go back and calculate for you, but it doesn't make any sense to me, but I'll do it. And so we had this conversation back and forth because my thing was, are you going to trust me more if I say that there's 200 hours of content and then you get to have the relationship of your dreams? Or if I say just coming into my field, trusting that your relationship will share, and then watching however number of videos are in there and implementing it, whether it's 2 minutes of content or 2 hours of content or 20 hours of content, but you will get the result that you desire. Which would you trust more? And she was confused because she said, I'm going to have to really let that sink in, because I was raised to believe more equals better. But I do not think this way. I don't. I will value the person that saves me time but gets the job done. I feel those people get to be paid more. So my husband was like, but there's this general theme where if someone, like he was saying that sometimes people will actually pace themselves and make it look like what they're doing took longer to make it worthy of being paid. And I'm like, that's freaking ridiculous. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I can't wrap my head around it in my consciousness. That makes so much sense. I'd rather solve the problem fast. Like, I don't even think about that when I'm buying something. Let's say if it's a program, I don't even care how many modules and then there are how many hours. It's like I'm going for the vibration, for the energy, for the shifts. I know me. I'll do it in a second. Activate me. I'm there. So, I mean, since then we've started writing it out. Like, I have help now, so like I'll ask my assistant to count up the numbers and I'll put it up there. But I personally don't calculate it that way. It doesn't matter to me. I just want the result. Like, how is it going to make me feel? Am I going to be activated? Does it feel good to me? That's what I'm looking for. So if someone's going to get the job done faster, like, I think that person deserves to be paid more. Mina, how do we get out of the scarcity mindset while not having any money while trying to start a business? Do the inner work. What do you desire? How is it going to feel? How many people whose lives are you going to change? When the money comes in, how is it going to feel to you? And when there's counter intentions, write them down and rewire those things right away, because they will keep bothering you at every level. You can ignore them maybe at certain levels, but then they'll hold you back at other levels. So it's like, let's just work through it. Yes, Mina, I work less hours and make more than my coworkers. Appreciate that you see that efficiency. Not many can see that. That's why a lot of people will remain broke. I'm sorry. Because they can't see this. Think about it this way. Because that concept doesn't exist in my mind, I can be sleeping and wake up to thousands of dollars of sales. If I believe that how hard I work and how many hours I believe equals money, then I can't make money while I'm sleeping. Can you see that? Or while I'm taking a bath, or while I'm enjoying dinner with my girlfriend, or while I'm hanging out with my family, because I'm not working. I believe that that has nothing to do with it, that money gets to come in. The more I play and have fun, the more money gets to come in, because I'm at highest vibration at that time. So you have to rewire this stuff in your head. This backwards thinking doesn't even make sense to me anymore, because I've rewired my neural network. So when people speak that way, I have to think for a second and go, wait, what were you meaning by she only worked half the time? I think that's a good example of how the masculine versus feminine values time. Ooh, yes. If I really think about it, that's a good way of putting it, Tiff. Yeah, it's like, I think the masculine views time in such a linear, like, input in, output, But to me, no. I will value ease, right? It's a difference between, does someone look like they're miserable while they're doing the thing I'm paying them, or are they a natural at it? I rather go to the people that are masters of their craft, that are naturals at what they do. So if I ever go somewhere and the person has a belief that they have to make the thing look hard and then they get to earn my business, I'm already out. Because to me, that shows that you lack competency, you lack being a natural in that thing. You are not a master of your craft. Sorry. I rather go with someone that makes it look easy, because that to me is a good indicator that they've done this many times. They love doing this. It brings them joy. They are a master of their craft. Mina, this reminds me of a Steve Jobs quote. He would rather hire the lazy person, as they will figure it out how to get the job done quicker. Oh my God, is that... that's me. I love that, because when you are at rest, when you are at play, you're actually working because you're receiving information from the field. When you are working, doing the thing that you're really good at, you're actually at rest because you are a natural at it, right? Like, if someone looks like they're having to work really hard, they are conscious and able. Remember we talked about that? I don't remember which live stream, here on the other channel. So I want to hire the person that's unconscious and able. When you're unconscious and able, stage 4, you're a natural. You're a master of your craft. Those are the people we want to go to. Definitely watching a master, no matter what their craft is just so mesmerizing. Yes, this is such a good point. No matter their craft, because I have stopped on vacations in other places watching people, and you know how in other countries sometimes there's going to be people at the in the market like building things and making things, and I might not even be interested in the thing that they're making, but the way that they're moving it, it's like art. It's like watching magic. It's like watching someone dance. There's magic in the way that they're doing it because they are at rest. They are natural. They're a master of their craft. That is you when you're out of your head, when you're not overthinking it. Yes, in my 1 hour of meditation today, I got ideas of so many things for my upcoming masterclass. Yes. Right. All of this is delicious wisdom. It is because you know it at the core of your being that you knew this at some point that you've forgotten. That's why it resonates because you've forgotten. We forgot. It's easy to forget in the hustle and bustle of life and in the collective, but now you're remembering. Yes, this is how Mina activates us because look how easy she makes it look and go live and make money. Yay! Money must come when you are at rest, at ease, at play in your deliciousness. It must. Like watching a great actor, they make it look effortless. Yes. Yes. But in the collective general kind of consciousness, it's like, I have to make this look hard and then I get to earn the money. And then my boss will think I'm working hard. No. Break that pattern. Break it, break it, break it. So ladies, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. CEO Boss Queen cart is open. And remember that you get grandmothered into all. So all the people that were in these courses last time and the last time and the last time, they're still coming to the live sessions. So you are with me, whether you're tired of me or not, you're with me. We're coming in, we're doing it again. It's so much fun. We have so many high vibration conversations in there. There's people that are just starting. There's people making 50,000 a month. There's people making 35,000 a month. There's people making 100,000 a month. So it's all ranges. It's a lot of fun. So that cart the cart closes on Monday, but for the next 24 hours, you have a special $1,000 off. Also, the money course is on a flash sale because we reached 1,000 subscribers here on the $1 Million Babes channel. Thank you so much, Manisha. I appreciate you. Love you guys so much. Thank you. Even if you don't have a business, get the CEO Boss Queen. It really is life-changing. Thank you, Abundance. She's one of my students in there. You guys will meet her as well. Yes, thank you, thank you. So all of the links are in the description box. I'll also put them in the comments as soon as this is over. All right, ladies, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.